Alright guys, welcome to the first hi guys, welcome to the first Larry rankings. We're about mid-season, so now would be a good time. Corey had requested this, I guess multiple times, so might as well just get into it. Just as a disclaimer, a lot of time, energy, and effort has been put into these rankings, so I'll break down the details, not in the video, but in the spreadsheet that I send over to you guys along with this, so you can see what exactly went into these power rankings. But again, these aren't based off fact. These are based off of me. So start out with, looks like Jared ended up there in 12th place with 6 Larry points. We can look at the standings. They pretty accurately represent where Jared should be. Moving up the list, we have Kyle. Kyle with 18 Larry points. So he's not at the bottom of the standings, nor does he have the worst team. But this is judging based off where I project him to be at the end of the year. Again, the points breakdown will come at the end of the video when you get a chance to look at the detail behind it, a lot of critical analysis. But unfortunately, this is where I put Kyle for the rankings. Next is Corey and Julian, just above Kyle. So with 19 Larry points, again, they could be doing a hell of a lot better right now. A lot of energy and a lot of capital put into Kansas City, and it looks like they like to sneak their injured quarterback on a critical 4th and 1 when they're dominating and up 10-0. So glad you put all your chips in there. I'll enjoy taking your money this year, but obviously, based off last year, you're doing just fine. So next is Ricard with 20 Larry points. So again, not much to say on here. He seems to be very active in the trade world. I can't say he's improving his team, but he is making some moves in trades. So I guess that counts for something, and that gets him ahead of Juco and Kyle. So move right on up the list. Fink with 21 Larry points. So Fink, again, you'd think he'd have one of the best teams, which I would agree that he does. But when you get a chance to look at the critical analysis, it'll all make sense. So this is kind of where I have him fitting, ranked amongst the other members of the league. So by no means the worst, but by no means the best either. He should probably get bonus points for the weather app, but I did not put that in this study. So he would be much higher. I have Franco with 22 Larry points, doing a hell of a job, almost in that top half, but just below. So again, Franco's done a hell of a job with editing people's images in the league. Can't say he's done much more than that, but he has done that. So feather in the cap there, Franco. Go ahead and feel you can wear that in your fedora. So Ben, 23 Larry points. So Ben's in the top 6, which would make him a playoff team if I were to rank things. Obviously, that's not how things are done. So I'll be honest, if he wasn't Canadian, he'd probably be a lot higher. But no nationalities were extremely taken into account with this, but they kind of were. So sorry, but you're 6. Next is Case with the best record in the league, but 5th most points. Making some moves to improve his team, taking advantage of number 9 there, Ricard, in some trades, and so it's been all good for him. Moving up the list, we have Courtnell with 28 Larry points. So good job, Courtnell. You're figuring this out pretty well. Very happy to see that you're taking things, all the new information that you're getting in this new sport in your world, and applying it to fantasy football with the investments you've made to help you. I think you're getting a much better grasp of things. And that leaves the top 3. So we'll pop in with number 3 here, and that's Rivero. So with 32 Larry points. So again, impressed, obviously, by my critical analysis on what Chris is doing and where he's at right now. So very, very happy to see that he's popped in the top 3. Number 2, by no surprise to anybody at this point, is Bo. 36.5 Larry points. Very close to taking over that top spot, to be quite honest. That trade helped a lot with Le'Veon Bell. But again, to harp on this, when you break down the analysis, you really see why obviously I'm number one and Bo's number two. It's pretty fair on how I broke everything down. I was surprised to see that I was so high out of everybody, but then I looked at my roster and I knew this is accurate. It's pretty damn spot on, to be quite honest with you. So this is my first iteration, the Week 7 Larry rankings. So completely based off of the analysis that you'll see when I send you the sheet. Some things that we're taking into account: looks, accent, WhatsApp activity, how I envision you playing beach volleyball. That's an important one. And then ultimately your team build, which wasn't as important once you get into these other factors. Don't want this video going any longer, but you guys can go ahead and read some of this stuff and really get a good breakdown on how this detailed analytics fits with our league layout and ranking. So I hope you like your ranking. If you don't, I don't give a crap, so deal with it.